Hey there, I hope you're having a good Thursday. I've been getting a lot of questions asked to me over the past couple of days about the strike at Kellogg's. If you're uninformed, well, I was too. I want to fill you in right now on those details, and then let's talk about it, okay? Okay, so the details are that all 1,400 workers at the Kellogg's cereal producing facilities in the United States, that is Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Battle Creek, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, and Memphis, Tennessee, are currently on strike over disputes on pay benefits, loss of premium health care, holiday and vacation pay, and reduced retirement benefits. There's a quote here that I thought was really good. It says, this is the union talking about Kellogg's. It says, the company continues to threaten to send additional jobs to Mexico if workers do not accept outrageous proposals that take away protections that workers have had for decades. Here's a quote from Kellogg's that I found interesting. It says, we are disappointed by the union's decision to strike. Kellogg's provides compensation and benefits for our U.S. ready-to-eat cereal employees that are among the industry's best. And it says the company insists that it offers fair and would increase wages and benefits for its employees that it said made an average of $120,000 a year. Those are the details. Those people are on strike. Here are a couple signs from the protests I think are really important and worth sharing. It says, I'm greedy. I like that, obviously, because it's Tony the Tiger, but also very poignant for the situation. But this other one really resonated with me more. And it says, it's a woman holding a sign saying, I feed your families, but I can't feed mine. And as a worker, if you're working probably specifically in food, I can imagine nothing worse about you producing food and you go home, you're like, gosh, I can't even afford takeout tonight, right? Like we have to have something leftovers, or if we can have anything at all. So that's really sad. So those are the details from the union. And I have to just say, there's a concept I think all of us need to be intimately aware of, and that's that companies, corporations, businesses, will say, is my right hand here, their goal is to produce as much as they can and sell it for as much as they can while paying for as little as they can for everything. Where us as workers, unions, you name it, our job is to make as little as we can and get paid as much as we possibly can with as many benefits as possible. So those, as you can tell, one, you need a corporation and workers to make products, to produce things, but they're at odds. They're one's trying to drive up and the other's trying to drive down, and they're pushing against each other all the time. So I don't think this strike in any way is unique and necessarily, or even, it doesn't even really stand out. It's the exact same story that we've seen played over and over again. And I believe from my experience working for maybe 25 different companies in the past 15 years, that the longer I've worked somewhere, the more they've tried to get away with me doing without having to pay me more. And I know that's absolutely the case when it comes to all these facilities as well. So many of the people are saying that this has been in negotiations for over the past year. And over the past year, with the pandemic in mind, you have to think about so many of their workers were actually out of work because of COVID. So people had to cover those shifts to keep production of cereal going. So there are some reports of people having to work 12-hour shifts for 7 consecutive days in a row. That is insane. I could never even imagine doing something like that. That's like 84 hours of work in 1 week. I don't even want to work 40 hours in 1 week. So if someone's working that much, I absolutely think they should get paid enough to feed their families, and they shouldn't have to worry about their overall health because they should have good health care. But it seems like that's where communication between Kellogg's and the union have stalled, because Kellogg's is saying, like, you know what, accept our proposals or jobs are going to Mexico. And I see that as a reasonable business decision when it comes to the bottom line, but it is an absolute atrocity for the American economy and the American people. One, if we're not producing our own food in our economy, that's a big issue, right? Borders closed, how do we have access to food? So issue number one. But if we could pay Americans to produce American food, instead of we're paying Mexicans, and the money for those stays in Mexico, and sure, it's less money for them, but it's helping Mexico, not us. And not that I'm against helping Mexico. Help them all you want. But I'm saying, like, at the cost of American jobs and families and livelihood, that's really unfortunate. I have to say, I've never been a part of a union. I've never worked for Kellogg, so all of this is just really hearsay or opinion. But that's my opinion on the matter, and I think that I probably side with the union because all of us deserve to get paid more. Actually, all of us deserve to get paid, period, for the jobs that we're doing, enough to afford our own independent lives. And so few of us are in that space. And I just think corporations will try and get away with as much as they can and pay as little. That's why your iPhone and the new Samsung, they don't come with headphones anymore, and they don't come with chargers. They're like, wait, you bought it when we did that? Sick. Now we don't have to produce that. Saves us millions. And by the way, we're going to charge you more for your phone. So keep that in mind. Tell me what you think about this. I'd love to hear if you want to talk about it. But if you don't, that's okay too. Just thanks for the view, and I will talk to you later, okay?